name is Alain de Quesada, Miranda Nelson, Ulysses Daudium, Jermaine Wills, Islam Virag, and Edon Mendez, and we're here on behalf of Beacon Engineering. And today we're proposing our Spanish River Boulevard and I-95 interchange bridge. Beacon was founded in 1988. It's a multidisciplinary firm that encompasses everything from structural, transportation, to environmental and geotechnical. We're a solid-based civil engineering with skills that are both practical and viable. Some of our current and past projects include the I-595 Express Lane, the I-95 Express Lane, as well as our biggest one, which is the 826, 836 interchange. And we're also very proficient in CAD, ArcGIS, and MicroStation, as well as data and file organizations. Now I'm passing off to Ms. Nelson.
Hello, everyone. I will be introducing our team. So you can see Mr. De Quesada is our project manager. Mr. Virag is our CAD engineer. Mr. Mendez is our traffic engineer. Mr. Wills is our geotechnical engineer. I am our structural engineer, and Mr. Dadia is our environmental engineer. Mr. De Quesada will be overseeing the team to make sure we are working in a timely manner and are meeting our goals to produce a cost-efficient and safe project. He is also a key contributor to the structural analysis of projects. Mr. Virag is our CAD engineer, and he will be doing all the graphics and will be using Microsoft Project to make the schedule. He is aware of the delays that may occur in the projects and therefore tries his best to account for those in the schedule. Mr. Mendez will be examining the traffic operations for the highways, terminals, and surrounding lands, so that he knows that we have a proficient and safe flow of traffic. He will also be engaging our community with meetings and letting them know who to contact in case of any questions or concerns. Mr. Wills will be analyzing our project's earth materials and is in control of the design of the piers, foundations, slope, and other roadway elements. I will be doing the material analysis, the structural calculations, and making sure that our project is sustainable and safe. And Mr. Dadia is our quality control and quality assurance. Make sure that everything's on time and that he is working with the quality control technicians to make sure they're doing the sample testings correctly. He is also aware of all the environmental regulations and will be making sure the procedures are carried out according to law. And now over to Mr. Dadia.
Good afternoon. My name is Ulysses Daria. I'm the environmental engineer. I'm also under control of the quality assurance, quality control, as well as the safety. Just want to let you know, our Beacon Engineering, we have certified personnel that there's just a small little sample size of all the certifications that they have, as well as the materials and the equipment that we use is up to par. It's all specification, especially under FDOT guidelines, as well as the priorities. Priorities, of course, the first thing is safety. Safety, we have a plan for anything that comes to natural disasters. Like down here in South Florida, we have problems with the hurricanes. This is hurricane season, so we got to make sure this job site is secure. If anything has to be evacuated from the site and properly secure, we have that plan. As well as comes to emergency and safety plan, we have direct contact with the fire EMS agency as well as police. We need police over there in the site to secure for the employees that we work at the site and also for the equipment that we have. And as well with the FDOT, we have their guidelines, and we also follow the building codes for any bridge design that we have. Another priority we have is quality. Quality is important. Quality is important. In that department, we make sure that the design and the design team is up to par with all the documentations and specifications for the project plan, as well as the material, like I said before, that is the top quality materials that we use for our clients and for the public, as well as communication. And communication will be dealt with the design team as also for the construction team. And environmental consideration we have in this site we worry about the water contamination. We have the Rio Canal there, so we'll worry about the direct water flow before, during, and after the project. We'll have some plants there still. We'll probably use some silk fence or turbidity barriers, as also as we'll have erosion control blanket just to control it so it won't contaminate the rural canal. Also, as well, endangered species. We have there's just a few endangered species that is there on that site. We have the tortoise, we have the burrowing owl, and we have the scrub jay, the bird. We have direct contact with the EPA and their Endangered Species Act. We'll make sure if we're following their program, which is the Endangered Species Protection Plan for those species at the site. Another part will be the construction period. The construction period will be, we make sure we have alternative designs, and within the alternative design, we make sure we pick the correct design there is for our client and for the public as well. We try, during the construction site, we try to reduce any accidents that will occur. Also, any waste disposal that will be around that area. We don't want to delay or cost anything during the project. As well, one of the priorities we have is cost efficiency. Of course, we look at different alternatives of design to see which is the best suited for our client and for the public. As well, doing the quality assurance, quality control, we make sure that there's no errors in the design. As for us, try to reduce as much waste we can. All right, quality control and quality assurance. It's a department. It consists of two parts. One is quality control. Quality control is the design team. It does the documentations, the geotechnical reports, the drawings, as the calculations. They're the one that will be working with quality insurance. Quality insurance are the FDOT. They'll be looking at reviewing if there's any mistakes and errors. If there's any mistakes and errors that has to be done, they'll talk to the quality control. The design team will fix the mistakes and errors, and they'll give it back to the quality insurance for their approval. Like I was saying here, it's just kind of like a flow chart, but it tells you it comes from the design team, and it goes to the quality insurance. They check if there's any mistakes. If there's any mistakes, they'll tell it to quality control. They'll fix the mistakes. If there's no mistakes, then they will send it to the last person. The last person will be the project leader, manager. He will revise. He's the final person that will do the revision of the project, and he will make a letter for approval. He'll send a letter to the quality control that is approved, and he'll send a letter with the documentation to the construction management department. And I give him to Willis.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jamie Wills. I'm the geotechnical engineer with Beacon Engineering, and I'll be presenting to you the project description of Ramp F, Bridge 5, connecting Spanish River Boulevard, FAU, with I-95 northbound. We at Beacon Engineering are responsible for the design of a two-lane bridge ramp connecting Spanish River Boulevard and I-95 northbound. To do this, we will be surveying the area. We'll be doing geotechnical explorations and testing of the land adjacent, and also we'll ensure the permits are all secured for design and construction. We are also responsible for the utilities found in the area. Presently, there is the connection to I-95 northbound, which has lights, poles, and all these things, which we need to secure. We'll also be in charge of scheduling. Scheduling for this project has a twofold. We have the design project and we have the build. For design, we'll ensure that our staff is productive throughout this design period. In relation to construction, we will ensure that construction is done in an economical manner and also done in regards to limit the disturbances of the personnel using the I-95 northbound road. In regards to existing conditions, as stated earlier, there is the I-95 northbound in existence presently. Therefore, we will ensure that the cables, the poles, and other things such as the intelligent transportation system will be remained intact and replenished to such a standing at the completion of our project. In relation to environmental concerns, as stated earlier, we would have high consideration for the environment in the area. In regards to runoff from our project during construction, we would ensure that necessary equipment such as barriers and turbidity nets will be placed to reduce any runoff from our construction site. Also, there's the governing regulations. Any construction within Florida needs to follow FDOT regulations and standards. This would be accomplished by using the design standards and manuals specified by FDOT, such as the PPM, rigid design manual, flexible design manual, drainage, and many others. We also use the AASHTO guide in collaboration with FDOT manuals. Manual on uniform traffic control devices will also be used to complete our project, ensuring that all communication whilst people are driving is correctly done. In regards to Florida statutes, every construction that is done within the state of Florida needs to follow the Florida statutes to ensure that everything is done up to standard, up to code, and also with a similar look in furnishings as regard to other construction done by FDOT. We'll also use project development and environmental manuals, and also, due to the fact that the Boca Raton Airport is close by, we would be using the FAA advisory circular to ensure that all our designs are within the standards and will not in any way cause harm to persons within these airplanes. We also at Beacon Engineering will be verifying existing conditions, and this will be done via surveying the area. Also, with the use of FDOT records that are available on hand. In regards to drainage, during construction, as stated before, we will ensure that the drainage from the construction site will be done in such a way not to harm the environment around us. Also, in design of our bridge, we will ensure and assess the drainage capabilities of the Spanish River, to ensure that it's capable of mitigating any water runoff that comes from the ramp. If this is not possible, we will find other ways to disregard this waste. In regards to the disadvantaged business enterprise, we at Beacon Engineering would like to go above and beyond the suggested requirement of 8.6%. We would like to obtain at least 11% or greater if possible. To do this, we will be working with the DBE support services provider to ensure that the highest possible amount of contracts will be awarded to our subcontractors. Thank you. I will now hand over to my colleague, Mr. Bienvenu.
Hello everybody, I'm Ishan Mira, as I was previously presented. I am the CAD engineer and the scheduling, in charge of scheduling for the design and the construction of this project. The purpose of this project is to provide the client and the community with the best quality design and construction for I-95 northbound ramp. This ramp will have two 12-foot lanes, an inside shoulder of 10 feet, and an outer shoulder of 6 feet. 32-inch F-shaped barriers, and a total bridge width of 43 feet and 1 inch. The project scope. The intent of this project is to tactfully alleviate access for the Florida Atlantic University students, as well as adjacent communities to I-95 North, and alleviate the travel to Yamato Drive, creating a much safer environment for young drivers. There will also be, with assistance of good lighting and good design. The project schedule. The project schedule length is estimated to be 3 years long. This is total design and construction. The design phase would be 2 years, and the construction phase would be 1 year long. We would start construction once the FDOT has approved 100% of the design, and we estimate this to be 1 year long, and it's not more accurate than that because of things like rain. A lot of this construction will happen during rainy season, and this can further lengthen the construction time. This shows our initial construction and design time estimate from the award date. And now we'll pass this on to Lee for continuing.
Barag. Good afternoon, class. My name is Eduardo Mendez. One of our main concerns is the intended outcome after the project is finished. First priority is to make sure things are done in a timely manner, mainly because we want to make sure that our quality is ensured and that our customers are understood that we want everything to go the way it should. We're going to meet all structural regulatory standards. You heard that a lot, that we're meeting all the standards that are required, simply because that's one of the most important factors to make sure everything's up to par and runs smoothly. We're going to construct with the highest quality and most cost-efficient methods, again, beneficial for the consumer and ourselves as well. Our main priority will be the safety of the people. Since we are building a new ramp and construction is happening, we're going to make sure we provide the best communication so they know what's happening and the safety is ensured. Through this project, the traffic will be improved. All that traffic congestion will be lessened. It will also reduce any type of accidents that can occur because of the effective way that people will be able to go into the ramp, and it will also provide an alternative road. Communication is key in anything, especially when it comes to these projects. It will make things work efficiently and effectively. We'll be holding public meetings, workshops, or any type of information meetings, so that way the public knows what exactly is happening. As you can see, these are some of our sites that we have where anybody can access them. They can see who they can communicate with, who can they contact if they have a problem or an issue. They can also verify the dates of those public meetings, when we're going to hold them, and any type of information or any questions can all be seen or answered in the website, as well as they can contact myself or any of the team. Since the meetings will be held, they'll discuss the start and finish of the project, the scheduling, any plans for maintenance of traffic, or anticipated impacts of construction. With this being held, the people will know exactly what's happening. They'll also feel part of the project. This will include government, stakeholders, or any the neighboring community, as well as the students, since it's going to be affecting FAU. By making sure that they're aware of what's happening, they know exactly, they're feeling informed, and they know the procedures that they have to take when all this construction is happening. Because of the construction, heavy construction, some issues that can come up are the noise, and if the noise becomes a major issue, there will be a contact information that they can find and contact us, and we can deal with it as soon as possible. Vibration, due to vibration, we're going to make sure we're going to monitor any building that can be affected through vibration and make sure that it doesn't damage it. And make sure we're going to keep up to par and standards to keep that vibration as minimal as possible. We're going to create alternate roads so people can get to their jobs much easier and reduce the traffic while construction is taking place. Pedestrians and cyclists, the sidewalks will also have detours while construction is being applied, so that way we don't threaten their safety, and they can get to where they have to in a safety manner. Now I'm going to hand it off to Mr. De Quesada.
Hello once again. Now, everybody's wondering when the project is going to start. Well, it's going to start at the FAU exit right here, which is going to be the entrance of our ramp. It shall go through the over El Rio Canal, over the southbound, the Yamato Road exit into I-95 North. Again, after the PD&E studies, we're only pursuing the Ramp F Bridge 5 part of the project, which was done by Henry O'Keen. This is the more visual picture of where the design of the bridge and the ramp is going to be located. And art, as I said once again, will start through here, over the Erie Canal, over the Yamato Road exit, and to I-95. This will accommodate the 2 lanes and any traffic that shall be caused through it. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Sorry, question is, but again,